and not tying yourself out on heavy food, but the only reason that you've got to train hard is because you're trying to out-train a bad diet. Right, so, weight and calories, okay, so they work off each other. Whatever weight you want to be, you've got to look at your calories, and whatever calories you put in is what weight you are, alright? So when people walk around, I'm like, oh, I can't believe I'm this big. Of course you can, because you're eating and drinking, right? So, no one's forcing it into you, and if you are, then you need to find a place for that. Right. Every kilogram of weight, body weight, you're allowed 25 calories, right? And what a calorie is what we need to move out. A calorie is energy. We need energy in our body to make us move. For me to move my hand up there now, for us to do that rotation, all is calories. We're burning calories there, even if you think you're not doing it. Some people look at calories of like exercise. I've got to go sprinting. I've got to push yourself. You don't have to. What Liam's learning now is that by looking after himself and is training better, he don't have to push himself. He don't have to fucking ridiculously like jump on a treadmill and do hundreds and hundreds of hours of running and sprinting, because he's looking after his body by food. And then the hours that he's putting in are like up there, and he's making sure that he's getting the best out of those hours. So every kilogram of weight, 25 calories. So as an example, if you want to be a 70 kilo fighter, yeah, and most fighters we're always trying to get to the lowest point we can get. We always kill ourselves. Like, I'm 85 kilos but I fight 70. Wow. You know, but that's what people do. So they've got to lose all that weight. So they've got to eat what a 70 kilo person needs, which is times 25, which is that, 1750 calories, alright? That's just so to get to 70 kilos, or to be a 70 kilo person, walking around at 70 kilos, that's what you need in your day, right? 1,750 calories, and that's just to get out of bed, sit downstairs and watch TV all day. Yeah, that's it. That's to sit down and watch TV all day. So if you're actually wanting to train, if you're training twice a day, once a day, yeah, whatever you burn in that session, if everyone's got these watches on now, I've just burned 340 calories, you can put that back in. So let's just say, to make it easy numbers for me, because I'm crap at maths, 250 calories I've burned today, so I'm allowed 2,000 calories. You get that? Yeah? Don't let your calories, what you're burning, come off what you actually need. Alright? So otherwise then you start depleting yourself. You start going, oh, no, I've just burned 1,000 calories today, which has left you with 750 calories. And then you start getting mood swings, bad sleep, headaches, anxiety, stress. Like, it all can come through food. Right? Not looking after yourself better. And not just after one day, yeah? This is every day, innit? You know, usually we all fall into a routine, and our routine is not, we've been doing it for, I've been doing this for 3 years, I've been doing it. And then that's why, and then things occur. So nothing happens overnight, it's a routine, it's being consistent, okay, which I've got at the top. Being consistent, so you're either consistently bad, or you're going to be consistently good. It's up to you which one you want to choose, yeah? You've got to have discipline, right? You've got to make the right choices. When it comes to food, you've got to be prepared, you've got to prep, you've got to be prepared, okay? Which then comes to the choices, right? Because if you're prepared, you've made the right choices. If you're not prepared, you're going to choose the worst choices, right? You're going to snack, you're going to grab, you're going to pinch. I'll have a bit of that. Is that pasta? I'll have some of that. I ain't got it. Alright, so, I believe this. So whatever your daily intake of calories are, yeah? If you want to be 80 kilos times 25, if you like, you want to be 90 kilos, whatever you want to fight at, whatever you want to walk around at. If you want to go on holiday, you want to lose some weight, I'm giving this knowledge now, you just type in what you want to be, 11 stone, work that out in kilograms, which is 70 kilos. Times it by 25, that'll give you your calories. Oh, there you go, 6 calories, yeah? So, then we've got to get a percentage of macros, which our macros are carbs, proteins and fat, okay? That's what people, so then everyone says to you, what are your macros like? Do you count your macros? Do you calorie count? Yeah, I can calorie count, but what are your macros? Oh, I don't know. So your macros are your carbohydrates, your proteins and your fats, alright? I think that balance there is the perfect balance. Some of us might want it. I think 40%, 30% and 30%, 40% of carbs, 30% of protein and 30% of fat, which gives us 100%, is the perfect balance to have in every single meal. Right. 1 gram of carbs. I've got CPF there. Okay, I'll go into that more later on in there. But I just believe when you start saying it more often in your head, CPF, carbs, protein, fats, CPF, it just starts to like ring alarm bells and it just keeps you switched on. So C for carbs, 1 gram of carbs, you're allowed 4. It gives you 4 calories. Yeah. Any gram of carb, can be a gram of bread, can be a gram of honey, a gram of sweet potato. Yeah, it's going to give you 4 calories. Right? It's going to give you different energy. Wait, well, that's a different thing. Right? It might be a gram of fibre, might be a gram of sugar. Alright? Carbohydrates, I'll go into that. So 1 gram of carbs, 4 calories. 1 gram of protein is 4 calories, right? This is where we go. 1 gram of fat is actually 9 calories. So when we're on this shit food, on this takeaway food, which is more fat, yeah, when we're having more sugary foods, which is fat, when we're having biscuits and takeaways, like I say, not looking after ourselves at all, oven, microwave meals, this and that, without a doubt you will have a lot of fat in there. So you could actually have a gram of carbs, a gram of protein, which will give you 8 calories. So you've got more food on your plate, which is going to fill you up more, and still have less, still be 1 calorie ahead. You get that? So people are scared to eat, but it's just because we're eating the wrong stuff. You can pile your plate up with salad, vegetables, and have some nice meat on there, which you can have your vegan tofu, beans, whatever. Or you could have a small amount of plate and just have a little pile of shite on it. Yeah, just a pile of shite. And your calorie content on that plate of it, you'd be like looking and go, what? That's got 350 calories on compared to this has got 900. Burger and chips from McDonald's. Yeah, 1,500 whatever those meal deals are. They're just scammers. Right. So I believe whatever your calories is for the day, right? And to work it out, I'll do it with you now, and then I'll show you. It's as simple as this, right? So you've got 1,750 calories for the day. Yeah? Let's say we're not training, we're not doing all, yes, we don't need it. Times that by 40%, it's going to give you 700. What you've got to do is, you've got to divide your 700 by 4, because you get 4 calories in every gram, yeah? So then that gives you 175 calories for the day. Do we get that? So 40% of 1750, 1700, divide by 4, 175, yeah? And you just do the same thing with that then. Protein. So you've got 1750. Do I need to write this down so you can see it? I'll do that at the end. I'll do that at the end, or actually you can take 4 if you need to. Right, so I'm just going through. 30% of that I'll give you, and then you divide by 4, that'll give you, and then that gives you your daily macros, okay? So you've got, let's do it. 1750 times 30% equals 525 divided by 4. 131.25, whatever, but you can round it off. 130, 131. So that's C, that's P, and the F or V. 1750 divided by 30%. Sorry, times by 30%. Divided by 9, you get 9 calories, yeah? And so divide by 4, that's divided by 9. That's going to give you 58 grams, right? Now, that's your daily macros there. You've got your calories for the day, now you've got your macros, now you know what you're having, now you know what to be looking out for, now you know when you're looking on back of packages or like what's in it. Even if you don't know, you can Google now, just gives you everything. What's in there? 200 grams of sweet potato or 50 grams of carbs, yeah? You just got to Google things out. Most things from packages will tell you, and if not, like, a tin of tuna has got 30 grams of protein in, yeah? A piece of chicken breast has got 30 grams of protein in. One egg has got like 7 grams of protein in. So, if you were looking at this now, there's your macros for the day. I think you're looking at 4 meals a day, right? I only have 2. Yeah? I'm overweight. What's that mean? I'm having 2 meals of shite, yeah? Like, you're having 2 McDonald's or whatever. Or you can have 4 meals and actually lose weight. You can have 4 meals and get in good shape. It's all about food, yeah, not about what you're having. So let's just say we had 4 meals a day. Work it out. 43 grams of carbs, 32 grams of protein, and your fats 14.5. Right, now we're getting serious. Now I know how many macros I should be having in one meal. Right? Now I've got to think, where am I having these meals, yeah? We've all got different jobs, I understand that, we all have night shifts. You know, you've got your set routine, so you've got to like start looking at where you're going to fit those meals in. So I'm not going to stand here and say, everyone should eat at this time. Everyone should eat at this time, because you can't, you know, if you're on. But let me just say, like, there's no specific time to be scared of eating, right? Because people always say, oh, I can't eat past a certain time because I'll put weight on. Well, how about people that are on night shifts? Yeah, are they all obese? Yeah, are they all overweight because they work a night shift? No. So don't be scared to eat. Just be knowledgeable and disciplined and consistent of what you're actually eating. Right? Once you get the hang of it, and once you get into a routine, everything becomes easy, doesn't it? It's always quite hard when you pick something new up. It's always hard to go somewhere first or to pick a routine up. And once you start getting into it, and you start picking it up and more, it's more, you're doing it all the time, repetitive, being consistent, yeah? I mean, you speak about all the time. The reason why he's at the top of the game is because he's consistent with everything he does. He's consistent every single morning, his routine, looks after himself, and that's why he's where he is. Consistency is key, yeah? Discipline is at the side of that. So, I'll go over this again. Every body weight, every kilogram of weight is allowed 25 calories, okay? Whatever body weight you want to be, if you're in kilograms or if you're in stones, just work it out, Google it, whatever it is in kilograms, okay? Times 25 will give you a daily output, alright? That's your percentages, you want to be working your percentages out to that daily output, okay? That'll give you a daily macro, and then you times that by 4. If you want to have 3 meals, then you just times it by 3. And would you put weight on? Would you put weight on if you had 3 meals or if you had 4 meals?
No.
No. So, don't be scared to eat meals, yeah? But sometimes it's just nice to break it down. You don't want to feel like, I've had my 3 meals and I'm still starving. If that's the case, then split your meals down. Yeah? And then just balance it out. You might have a smaller portion, but you know in a 3 hours time you can have something else. Or you can overload your plate, eyes bigger in your belly, leave half of it, and then if you're too overweight, you're starving again. But you've had your calories. So then you think, oh, it's starving, the week you're starving, and you over your calories, and then that becomes a routine, and then you end up where you are. So, we all happy with that?
Yeah.
Any questions on that? Any questions, no? No. Right. So, you've heard me say CPF, right? CPF, or 1, 2, 3. And I think when you start saying 1, 2, 3 CPF, 1, 2, 3 CPF, you want to be looking at that in every 40, 30, 30. And that's going to give you, we all got all that off that board, yeah? I'm just going to rub this bit off here. We all, you know, can we go?
I have a question. These grams,
Yeah.
at the very bottom, these are actually,
These?
for example, protein, yeah.
Protein.
This is actually gram of protein, not gram of chicken.
Good thing. So it's actually
Because
grams of
that's-
protein. Yeah, so, as I said, so this phone phone's a chicken breast, yeah? And it weighs 50 grams, but it's got 30 grams of protein in it. You get that? This phone's a sweet potato, it weighs 200 grams, bloody hell, but it's only got 45 grams of carbs in. Yeah? You're that's 43. So, give or take. And do you know what I say? Do not be slicing a little bit of the sweet potato off, thinking, oh, yeah, because that's not the reason why most people are overweight or obese, because they're having a couple of grams more than, yeah, it's not that. So you don't have to be, if you really want to be, then you've got a 6-week like challenge. What I mean is, otherwise you get too over involved in like your numbers, and it just becomes a bit more, you know, you go a bit down another route. You want it to be a lifestyle, you want to be enjoyable, so it's not enjoyable when you're like slicing things off. You've got an extra gram of chicken, which is an extra 4 calories, yeah? We're not overweight because we're having an extra gram of chicken, alright? We're overweight because we're choosing the wrong choices, eating too much food at certain times. Right, so yeah, we've got that. So it's all about the weight. Again, Google 50 grams of chicken weight, it'll give you 5 grams of protein, something like that. Yeah, 200 gram piece thing of sweet potato, something like 55 grams of carbs. So you've got to weigh things out. Of the weight, what it is, will give you what it is as the macros. Okay, it's not the exact weight. So that weighs 200 grams, that's not 200 grams of carbs. Yeah, you got it? Yep.
See the 40
Yeah.
Is that advisable for everybody or?
I think so, but let's just say, I think so, because what I'm going to go is that, so, some people like to go 40, 40, 20, yeah, 40, 40, 20, so they're getting more protein, and then less fats, because they're thinking putting fats out is going to, like, change the body shape. But, you're allowed these calories, because you're allowed what you're allowed to have, and when it comes to fats are something like put here, don't be scared of, yeah, just be aware of, right? Don't be scared of fats, because fats are essential. Fats protect our organs. Fats transport, like facilitate vitamins passing through the body. So, give you healthy joints, and you can probably see people that are really dedicated to not having fat in the body. They look pretty grey-ish, and like you can just see it. It's just like they've got no life. It's been sucked out of it. Just like I said, you survive or you thrive on your fats. It's survive and thrive. You know what I mean? So if you're surviving, if you've got them in you. If you haven't got any in you, then you're thriving. You know what I mean? So you need fats. I just think that's the perfect balance. 40, 30, 30. You start splitting it up. You can have 50 grams of carbs if you need to. Depends on what. Like let's just say the 6-week challenge. Well, you want a 6-month challenge if you're training for a marathon. You might look at like giving yourself an extra 10% of carbs and just putting your protein down. Okay, because you're looking at energy. You're making sure your energy levels are high. You need to have loads of protein in your body if you're just running. Maybe not. But you need protein in your body to help recover muscles if they're tight and fatigued. So this is where it all comes to just being quite knowledgeable with what you want to do. Alright, if I'm a bodybuilder and I'm just lifting weights, that might be 50, that might be 50, 30, and I'll put no fats in there because I just want to suck everything out of me. I just want to grow loads of muscle. Yeah, do you get that? So I'm just looking at a lifestyle. I'm looking at being the healthiest version you can possibly be. Yeah. So I think to be healthy, I think for me personally, that's what I want. And does that answer your question?
Yeah.
If you want to change it, you can change it. I think these can get changed for anyone.
Can I have a follow-up? Because you said, like, let's say you're training for the marathon. So
Yeah.
if someone is training for the marathon, then that would add to the daily allowance of calories.
True.
So then that could come from carbs additionally,
True.
because energy for
That's it.
training.
So if you're training for this way it's going to get a bit more technical. If you're training for a marathon, you're running every single day and you're burning 1,000 calories, then you add 1,000 calories to that. Yeah? And then you have 2,750 calories. Alright? And then you might be putting 50% of that into carbs and you've got to work it out again. Yeah? You might have 70% of carbs because it's all you're doing is running. So you just want your energy levels so high. Because then you start, once you've got higher calories and you're splitting your protein down and you've got more protein, you've just got to be aware that sometimes you can only get so much in your body at once. So carbs are easy to fill, yeah? Carbs are easy and so are fats, and that's the reason why when people are running, like anyone know Kev Sinfield, the rugby league star? Anyone?
Me.
He knows him. So he's doing a run for a guy called Rob Burrows who's got Euro thing at the minute, yeah. He did one last year and he run a marathon every day for 7 days. And he couldn't get enough calories in his body. So after every marathon he was having kebabs, pizzas, takeaways, everything. He needed fats. Because fats are 9 calories. He couldn't consume enough food for what calories are needed. So when you're running and you're doing and you're really like out there, you'll be having high fat stuff. You'll be having chocolate bars and you'll be having things which this is just for Joe Blogg's lifestyle to be fitter and healthier. If anyone's got any more questions at the end, like either drop me a message or we can, I'll answer anything else. Alright, but yeah, totally right. Whatever calories that you burn, you want to be adding them on. So today you burn 500 calories say, right? So you add that onto that. So today you've allowed 2,200 whatever. Yeah? And if that happens every single day, and you work your calories out for that. Or today's a one-off, so you think, I'll eat a little bit more, but then I'll just go back to my normal routine. So, we okay with that, yeah? And I was going to rub this off, and I haven't got a clue what we're rubbing it off for now. I haven't got a clue, brain fog. Let's do that. I was thinking, right. So, CPF. There's your plate. There's your C, there's your P, there's your F, say, yeah? CPF, there's your plate. That's one. You've got 4 meals a day, say. And every meal, each meal, you want CPF in every meal. Because if you're not getting, if you're only just getting carbs, I get so many people come to me with like, can you work my nutrition out for me? And I'll say, yeah, give me 3 days. Write 3 days down of what you eat and pass it over to me. And it's routine. Everything's routine. It's the same thing for breakfast, same thing for dinner, every single day. Because that's what everyone does. That's what we all do. And it's all mainly carbs. They're like toast. They'll have sandwich. They'll have some beans and toast again, or jacket potato, or some mash and some veg or whatever. It's the same thing. So you're looking at it and like, there's always people depleted somewhere. So that's why I'm trying to look at that balance of 30-30-30 to give you CPF in every single meal. Your C's are your 1, 2, 3, your carbohydrates. I loved getting my carbohydrates mainly from the vegetables, fruit and salad, okay? That is just me. But you got sweet potatoes in there, jacket potato, you can have mash, whatever, just put that down. Things like honey, which people think, what honey? Well, yeah, honey's got a carb in it. I've put in a block there rice and bread. They're things that I actually tend to stay away from. And I wouldn't say I'm slim. So for me, they just bloat me up and they just make me go sludgy.
Bread is the devil.
I just think bread.
It's the devil.
The bread. If you've got bread and put it in some water and you scrunch it up and just throw it on the wall, it just sticks to it, right? So what's that doing into your insides? Right? It just sticks there. And then you've got other food going in, so it can't pass through. Then you get bloated up, and you've got stomach problems, digestive problems. So most of us have probably got a tolerance to something. When we eat something, we feel bloated or tired, yeah? If you've got all like that, write it down and then recognise it and cut it out and see if it happens. If you feel tired after certain foods, write it down. If you get bloated after certain foods, write it down and then cut it out for a week and see if it happens again. And if it's done, there you go. You've just sorted yourself out. Because we're always like taking little hair samples, send them off. You know what I mean? Come back 4 weeks later, yeah, you've got a tolerance to tadpoles. So, you've got everything on there. There's your carbohydrate list. You've got everything on there. But how many times when we go shopping do we fill a basket up with absolute shite? It's just, that's what and you can offer this, alright, your little add-ons when you're cooking. Your protein's going to come from your meat. I put meat at the top, so chicken and steak. Chicken for me is the main one for me. Steaks, alright, I try and keep away from red meat just because I have it once or twice a week, but I just prefer white. In one chicken breast, like I said, you've got 30 grams of protein, and then usually, when it was on there, it was like 32, like I'm around 35, 36. So, with a chicken breast, or a tin of tuna's got 30 grams of protein, eggs has got 7, so then I'm having like 5 egg omelette. Everyone's going, wow, you're allowed that much? Yeah, you are, because that's your calories. So, you've just got to understand what's in it. So sometimes we'll go, I had 2 eggs, so that's only 14 grams of protein in that one meal. So this is where, and then you'll try and make up for another meal. So, chickens, tin of tuna and eggs and things like that, you're going to really get your... Is there any vegans in here? Thank God for that. It's just a lot. And so, seeds and pulses, I know they talk about, I can get the protein. Yeah, but it's so hard. It's so hard to get your protein from tofu and seeds and pulses. You've got to eat so much of it. Alright, so, but you can. Oils, fats, okay, like I said here, essential. We survive or we thrive. Alright? I want to survive. So I'm just going to put the fats in. And the fats are coming from oil, what you cook it all the time, olive oil in your pan. People are scared to fry things, I don't know why. I fry all the time. Yeah? As long as you're using nice oils and you're making sure you know what you're putting in. Something like 1 tablespoon of oil's got 10 grams of fat in it, and you're allowed on that, them charts there were 14.5. So, coconut oil, nuts, peanut butter, mayonnaise. Why not? People say mayonnaise, it's full of fat. Yeah, it is. But you're allowed it. The thing of the day, I had full fat cottage cheese and low fat cottage cheese, and I said, is this the reason why people, like years ago, 5 years ago, I'd have been putting all this low fat stuff in, loving it, my God, pushing my trolley around, healthy as well, and I've actually just got a trolley of shite. It's had all the goodness took out, yeah, it's had all the goodness took out, loads of crap put in, you've got no good essential fats in there, the protein's probably lower, and you're thinking that you're giving yourself goodness. Take away all that low fat stuff, and just go back to full fat stuff, full fat yogurts, cottage cheese, butter, mayonnaise. You just got to be aware of what fats you're putting in. Alright, and then you're going to get really good fats. That's it really, guys. Everything's an energy, and we need energy to survive, yeah? We need energy to get moving. Like I said, for me to be studying now, just moving this pen around. It's all about your eating times, and like I said, where to eat. I try and I know like Liam does it, but when I try and fast, Liam, and I was supposed to trace about this, 16 hours of fasting, 8 hours of eating, but that don't work for some, and that's alright. So you might, but just try and give yourself a long period of time where you don't eat much, which is usually on night time when you're sleeping. Yeah. So my ideal sort of eating time is like 10 and 6 p.m. at night, 10 and 7. Out after that, I don't have out. I'm letting your long intestine takes about 14 hours for you. So everything to pass through your long intestine, 14 hours. But then so many hours we're putting food in. So then there's going to be a backlog somewhere, isn't there? Yeah? So if you're fasting from a nice early long night, from say 7 or 8, and then you fast all the way through the night in the morning, we don't have to wake up and put food in our bodies. We've been told that we had to from a young age, but we don't have to. We don't need it. We're full of energy from the night before. We're still digesting food. So you can have coffees and water and things like that, and eat when you need it. And then I go and make sure your first meal you've got CPF. Yeah. So like I say, you might be choosing some eggs on my first meal, egg omelette. I'll put cheese on there. Might have a cheese egg omelette, bit of salad, whatever. CPF. Second meal, tuna salad. Trust me, your salad, you'll be surprised. Please, I'll try it this weekend. Try and get 50 grams of salad on a plate. 50 grams of carbs of salad on a plate. Try it. You'll be surprised how much salad you've got there, eating like rabbits. But when you've got a nice bit of tuna on there, some seasoning, some oils on that, you've got a really nice cook. Or like I said, you can just get 50 grams of carbs of rice and you've got that much. And you're not full. So you have more rice and you pile it up. That's the thing. So these sort of things, these are so hard because you pile your plate up with these and you overpass your carbs. Yeah? This is why fruit, salads, vegetables, really nice thing that you can have a lot of them. So you can eat a lot of food. Mixing it up, CPF, enjoying it, putting things in there. Like I said, don't be scared of food. Don't be scared to try things out. Just be aware of what you're putting on your plate. Any questions?
See when it comes to like rice and stuff like that, like,
yeah.
Does it make a difference whether it's like whole grain or like what type of grain it is? Like, I
Well,
was just
to be
wondering
honest
about
with
rice.
my personal opinion, I don't really think it does. People, like, I'm saying this now, like, if I got asked that a bit ago, people are scared to, like, why everything? At the end of the day, as long as you're balancing it out with other meals and you're just putting that, you're having rice once a week, and white rice really isn't going to damage you compared to people that are not going to see any difference, let's put it that way.
Yeah, cheers.
If we was having it every single day and that's all we were having, white rice, but Thais we don't white rice leader. Yeah. So we've got this thing, we get scared into food, don't we? We get scared into eat healthy, low fat, stay away from white rice now. I've got this whole grain rice which costs an extra 20 pence, but you know, and everyone goes and buys it and that ups the sale prices and things like that. Just be knowledgeable, understand what you put in your body, put the right amount in your body at the right time, exercise, and you'll be sorted. Guys, we're done?
Thank you.
Nice.